Hello, dear APPGT and TGDSC candidates. Welcome back to my Grammar for Success channel. I am Coresh Babu, a retired lecturer in English from Hyderabad. In this video, I am going to explain the literary devices employed in Shakespeare's play, The Tempest. Therefore, I request all of you to watch this video till the end without skipping it in the middle. I also request all of you to consider subscribing to my channel and also sharing this video with all your friends who are also going to take the same examination along with you. Thank you so much. Now let's get into the video. Literary devices employed in the play The Tempest, written by William Shakespeare. Some introduction is given here. William Shakespeare's The Tempest employs several literary devices. That means in this Shakespeare's The Tempest, several means many literary devices have been employed. Why? In order to enrich the narrative. In order to enrich the narrative. Enrich means what? To decorate the narrative. Narrative means story. So, in order to beautify the story, in order to decorate the story, several literary devices have been used. That first point is over. And next, to enhance the magical and reflective tone. And for enhancing the magical and reflective tone, also several literary devices have been used. Magical means supernatural, and reflective means contemplative or thoughtful tone. So, in order to increase, enhance means to increase, in order to increase the supernatural and contemplative tone. So these literary devices have been used. That is the second one. And to explore the themes of the drama. So even to explore means to study the themes of the drama, the complex themes of the drama. What are the themes of this drama? The Tempest means love is the theme of the drama. Betrayal is the theme of the drama. Power and control is the theme of the drama. Forgiveness and redemption. And there are several themes in this drama. So in order to study the complex themes of that drama, so several literary devices have been used. In this way, in order to enrich the narrative, enhance the magical and reflective tone, explore the complex themes of the drama, for all these purposes, the writer has made use of several literary devices. And let us have a look at all those literary devices one by one. Okay, right. And here one more point is given. It seems below are given some key literary devices. I am not giving all the literary devices, but only the key literary devices. Key means very important literary devices that are employed in this drama. Okay, now let's move on to the next slide in order to learn about the literary devices. The first literary device is imagery. Imagery means visualization. Visualization means mental pictures. Whenever you read some story or some novel or some drama, you get some mental pictures, and all those pictures are collectively called imagery. You know that very well. And now let us have a look at this. Shakespeare uses vivid imagery. See, this imagery is always described by this adjective vivid. Vivid means clear, lucid. So clear imagery. He uses clear imagery. Why? In order to evoke. Evoke means to bring into the mind. Into whose mind? Into the minds of the readers, into the minds of the audience. What? The sensory experiences. The sensory experiences means what? Sensory means pertaining to the senses. You know, we have 5 senses. So sensory experiences are evoked in the minds of the audience, in the minds of the readers. If you are reading that drama, these sensory experiences are evoked, and if you are watching that drama, then you become the audience, and the sensory experiences will be evoked. So in this way, in order to evoke the sensory experiences in the minds of the readers and in the minds of the audience, Shakespeare has made use of this vivid imagery. And what is that imagery? One example I would like to give you here. You can easily understand that. The isle is full of noises, sounds and sweet airs that give delight and hurt not. How beautiful these lines are. How beautiful the meaning of these lines is. Okay, this is very beautiful. And these words are spoken by Caliban in the scene two of Akti. Right. And what is the meaning of this? Whenever you start reading this, you get some mental picture. You see that the isle. The isle means the island, on which Prospero is living along with his daughter. You know the story. The isle is full of noises. Full of noises means full of strange sounds in the because it's a lonely place. Okay, no inhabitants are living on that island except Prospero and his daughter. Okay, that's why in that forest like island you can hear strange noises. The noise of the trees, the noise of the dry leaves, the noise of the flowing water, and at the same time the sounds of the chirping birds, the sounds of blowing wind. So all many things you can hear on that island. Okay, where you can find the forest like atmosphere. In the solitary atmosphere you can hear all kinds of sounds. So here full of noises, one point, sounds and sweet airs, and moreover the trees of that island will be blowing what? Sweet air. Sweet air means here pure air. Nowadays we are not able to get a sweet air. That means we are getting all polluted air. But on this island you can get sweet air. So whenever you start reading these lines, you get some kind of mental picture. And here one more point is that give delight. All these things, what do? They give you delight. Delight means happiness. They give you joy. Hurt not, they don't hurt you. They give you delight. They will give you pleasure. They will give you happiness and so on. So whenever you read these lines, you get some beautiful mental picture. Because you see that. Because this creates a dreamlike and magical atmosphere. Because these words create what? Some kind of dreamlike atmosphere. Dreamlike means a very beautiful atmosphere. And magical atmosphere, supernatural atmosphere, where on that island. That's why the readers will be reading the drama with rapt attention. And what is this atmosphere reflecting? It is reflecting the island's mystical qualities. Okay, and this atmosphere will tell you about the mystical nature of the island. Mystical nature of the island. Mystical means mysterious, unintelligible, ఇంపాసిబుల్ టు అండర్స్టాండ్, ఇంపాసిబుల్ టు ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్, వివరించడానికి వీలు లేనటువంటి, అర్థం చేసుకోవడానికి వీలు లేనటువంటి దట్ కైండ్ ఆఫ్ థింగ్ ఈస్ కాల్డ్ మిస్టికల్. అలాంటి దాన్ని మిస్టికల్ ఆర్ మిస్టీరియస్ ఆర్ మిస్టిక్ బై ఎనీ వన్ ఆఫ్ దీస్ త్రీ వర్డ్స్ యూ కెన్ కాల్ ఇట్. మిస్టికల్ atmosphere, you can find mystical atmosphere on the island. Mystical qualities means mystical nature, mystical atmosphere. So this atmosphere will reflect this island's mystical atmosphere or mystical qualities. So in this way, whenever the readers read these lines, they get some beautiful mental picture. That mental picture itself is called imagery. Okay, now let's move on to the next literary device. Symbolism is there. This is the next literary device, and symbolism means symbols are usually used to convey deeper meaning. Symbolism means the practice of using symbols is called symbolism. Symbols nu vaduta dwara oka goppa vishayani cheppadanni, that is called symbolism. Very simple. So symbols are usually used to convey, to give deeper meaning to certain important things of the drama or the story or the novel or something like that. That's why the writers, the novelists, the dramatists will make use of this symbolism extensively in their writings. Okay, and here you pay attention. The tempest, it is one symbol. This tempest stands as a symbol. Tempest means storm. It symbolizes chaos. What does this tempest stand for? This tempest stands for chaos. Chaos means what? A state of utter confusion. Okay, a disorder or disorderliness. In other words, mess also you can call. So here this tempest stands as a symbol for chaos, power. It also stands as a symbol for power and transformation, change. Because after coming to this island only, this Alonso has changed. He has become repentant. So that is the kind. And here after coming to this island only, this Prospero has changed. First of all, At the beginning of the drama, he wanted to take revenge on his conspirators, on his usurpers. He has changed, and now he has been transformed into a good man, and he has become ready to forgive them. చూడు ఎంత గొప్ప మార్పు. పగ సాధిస్తా అన్నవాడు క్షమించడానికి సిద్ధపడుతున్నాడంటే హౌ గ్రేట్ ద చేంజ్ ఇస్. దట్ ఇట్ సెల్ఫ్ ఈస్ కాల్డ్ ట్రాన్స్ఫర్మేషన్, మార్పు, something like that. And setting the stage for the place events. Okay, and this tempest stands for these things. Okay, and the next symbol used in this drama is the island. The island itself stands as a big symbol. Symbol for what? A symbol for microcosm of society. It is a mini microcosm, means a mini world. ఒక చిన్న ప్రపంచాన్ని మైక్రోకాజం అంటారు. What is this? A microcosm of society. So you can find all kinds of people in the society. So it's a microcosm of society. ఒక సొసైటీ యొక్క ఒక చిన్న ప్రపంచము. That is the meaning. A microcosm of society, reflecting themes of power. And this island reflects what? The theme of power, the theme of freedom, the theme of colonialism. Here you can find power. Because Prospero, after coming to the island, he started using his power, just as he used his power in his kingdom. This island also stands as a theme of freedom, because Caliban wants freedom, Ariel wants freedom, right? And colonialism. And here this Prospero, just like the Britishers, has having come to some land and occupying that land and ruling that entire land, just like the Britishers came to our country, occupied our country, they started ruling our country. That's why this India is called a colonial state. That's called colonialism, because here also Prospero came to this island. Caliban was only the inhabitant of that island, but what did this Prospero do? He made him his slave. You know that very well. He made him serve him. He made him work for him. You know very well. This is a kind of colonialism. Therefore, this island stands as a symbol for the theme of power, for the theme of freedom, for the theme of colonialism. You know that very well. And one more symbol is also used in this drama, that is Prospero's books. Books means not our ordinary books, but all magic books he had. Magic books. Because you know very well, he was a noted sorcerer or magician. That's why he had all magic books with him. They symbolize knowledge and power. These books stand as a symbol for knowledge and power, but also the burden of authority. At the same time, they have also become the symbol for burden of authority. Authority means administration and all that. Because Prospero was ruling all that area, that is therefore called the burden of authority. Okay, burden of administration, something like that. So in this way, in this drama, you can find these three symbols. Okay, right. And now let's move on to learn about the next literary device. Third one, metaphor, an indirect simile. You know very well, what is this metaphor? An indirect simile. Direct simile is called a simile. So simile means what? Comparison. Okay, simile is nothing but comparison. Comparison between two different objects, two unlike objects. Okay, he is like a snake. He is like a snake. He is like a snake means he is like a snake. You use what? This word like and what you call as in this compare. You are comparing this he with this snake, and that's why you say he is like a snake. And this is a simile. This comparison is called a simile. But you can also say he is a snake. Vadoka pamu. He is a snake means what? It's a direct comparison. This direct comparison is called a metaphor. So this is the direct simile and this is the indirect simile. Both of them are comparisons, but this is direct, this is indirect, and that's why I have written it so. And here he is a snake. అతడు ఒక పాము. పాము ఎంతటి విషపూరితమైందో వాడంతటి విషపూరితమైన వాడు అని దాని భావన. So he's something like that. So this is therefore called a metaphor. Let me give you one example to make you understand this. Shakespeare uses metaphors to convey complex ideas, to convey critical ideas, complex ideas, tough ideas. He has made use of these metaphors. And one example I would like to give you here. We are such stuff as dreams are made on. So these two lines can be taken as an example for this metaphor. And in this, you can find indirect comparison, not the direct comparison. Direct comparison means that becomes simile. Indirect comparison means that becomes metaphor. And these words are spoken by Prospero in the scene 1 of the Act 4. So that is the address. And here, what is the meaning of this? Means here we are such stuff. We are means on this island, we are the people. He is referring not only to the people living on that island, but he is also referring to all the people of this world. All the people. All the people. What kind of people are they? They are all just like as dreams are made up. They are all just like the dreams. All the people are just like the dreams. What happens with the dreams? They come at night and disappear at day. Prospero has compared the life of the people to the dreams that come at night and disappear at a day, very well. So that's why, this suggests the ephemeral nature of life and reality. So ephemeral means what? Ephemeral means, it's a beautiful word. Please learn it. Ephemeral means lasting for a short period. కొంచెం సేపే ఉండేది, కొద్ది కాలమే ఉండేది. That is called ephemeral nature of life. Man's life is ephemeral. It's very short-lived. Just like a water bubble, which appears on the water in 1 second and disappears in another second. So that is the nature of our human life. So here this suggests this tells us all about the ephemeral nature of life and reality. That is only the reality. Our day is fixed. That day we do not know. But someday we will have to depart from this world. So in this way, our human life is very temporary. Okay, and very short-lived and all that, right? That is the metaphor you can find in this. So the people are compared to the dreams that come at night and disappear at day, right? And now you go to the next one. The fourth literary device is irony. What is this irony? Irony is a kind of humor. Irony is also a kind of humor. Idok rakamainatun hasyamu. Okay, what kind of humor? Let us see that. What kind of irony? Because there are 3 kinds of irony. Yes, verbal irony, situational irony, and dramatic irony. What kind of irony is used in this drama? Let us see that here. Dramatic irony is used here. This dramatic irony plays a significant role as the audience knows more than the characters. So when the characters of the drama do not know anything, but only the audience knows everything, then that is called the dramatic irony. The dramatic irony means the characters of the drama do not know anything, but only the audience will know everything. So that is called dramatic irony. So here, you know very well, the nobles are unaware that Prospero caused the storm, but the audience knows his motivations. On the sea, this Prospero created a big storm, and in that storm, the ship was trapped and it has become shipwrecked. You know that very well. The fact that Prospero created that storm is known to the audience, but not to the nobles that are traveling in that ship. షిప్లో వెళ్ళే వాళ్ళకి ఈ విషయం తెలియదు, కానీ ఇగో ఆడియన్స్కి తెలుసు. ఇలా కథలో ఉన్నటువంటి క్యారెక్టర్స్కి ఏమీ తెలియకుండా ఆ ఆడియన్స్కి మాత్రమే కొన్ని విషయాలు తెలిసి ఉన్నట్టయితే దట్ ఈస్ కాల్డ్ డ్రామాటిక్ ఐరనీ. ఓకే, నౌ లెట్స్ మూవ్ ఆన్ టు లెర్న్ అబౌట్ ద అదర్ లిటరీ డివైసెస్. Personification is there. Personification means attributing human qualities to the inanimate objects, abstract things and all that. That you know very well. And here personification is also employed in this drama. So non-human elements are given human qualities. Non-human means inanimate. Inanimate means non-human. Non-human elements are given human qualities to enhance the magical tone of the play. In order to increase this supernatural tone of the play, these non-human elements are given human qualities. How? Let us see that here. The winds did sing it to me. So winds is what? A non-human element, but it is given a human quality. So here it is described as singing. Generally, a human being can only sing, but not the things, but not the non-human elements, you know very well. So that's why, here this wind is described as singing. That is the quality of a human being. So here in this way, the quality of the human beings is attributed to this non-human element. And that's why in this sentence you can find personification. So here, the winds did sing it to me. These words are spoken by Caliban in the scene 2 of Act 2. Okay, right. And the winds are personified. Again, here clarification is given. The winds are personified to highlight the natural elements involvement in the narrative. So here the winds are personified as if they had some life like the human beings. So here the winds are described as singing. So that's why there is personification, and this personification is used here to highlight the natural elements involvement in the narrative. So in this narrative, even the natural elements are also involved. Only to tell you that fact, this Shakespeare has personified the winds. And now you move on to the next literary device, that is allusion. Allusion means what? Allusion is nothing but a reference. You refer to something or some person, referring to some person or some book or some incident, so some literature. So whatever it is, whenever you refer to something, that itself is called allusion. So what reference is given, what allusion is given in this drama? Let us see that here. References to mythology. See this, mythology. Don't say mythology. Most of you say that, of course, and you say mythology. Drag it, mythology. And if it is an adjective, mythological. See, like that. The adjective of this is like this. Side by side, you are learning other things. Now, the pronunciation of this word is mythology. Mythology. Okay, this is mythological. Don't say mythological, something like. Don't say that. Mythology, and this is mythological. Okay, and that is okay. Reference to mythology and classical literature enrich the text. So in this drama, some reference is given to mythology and other classical literatures. Okay, and that's why, in order to enrich the text, in order to give beauty to the narrative and all that. And here one example is given. I think Prospero's speech alludes to Greek mythology, and Prospero delivers a speech in this drama, and in that speech, he alludes to Greek mythology. He alludes means he refers to Greek mythology, likening his magic to that of the gods, and he has compared his magic to that of the gods. Gods have magic, and even he also has some magic, and in that way, likening means while comparing his magic to that of the gods, he has referred to the Greek mythology. So that is there. So in this way, this allusion is used in this drama. Okay, now let's move on to learn about the other literary devices. Foreshadowing is there. This is another beautiful literary device. Foreshadowing means giving hints about the future events or future episodes, future scenes and all that. So giving well beforehand some hints to the audience about the coming scenes, about the coming episodes, coming events and all that. That itself is called foreshadowing. So the same meaning is given here. Subtle hints. Subtle means clever hints suggest future events. That means giving hints about the future events is called foreshadowing. You know that very well. And here you pay attention. Ariel's reminders to Prospero about his promised freedom foreshadow the eventual resolution of the play. So here in this drama, this Ariel reminds this Prospero of its freedom on some occasion. So that will tell the audience that this Ariel is going to be given freedom at the end of the drama. That is hinted at by this Ariel's reminder. Ariel reminds Prospero of its future promised freedom. This Prospero promised freedom for this Ariel. And this Ariel reminds this Prospero of that promised freedom. So whenever this Ariel reminds Prospero of its promised freedom, the audience will come to know, oh, definitely this Ariel is going to be given freedom at the end of the play. So in that way, this writer has given some hint to the audience that something is going to happen in the episodes to come, or that something is going to come in the succeeding story. Right, and here that is all about foreshadowing. And here next one, allegory is there. What is this allegory? Allegory is nothing but a symbolic representation, a symbolic representation of some incident. ఒక సంఘటన యొక్క అచ్చు అలాంటి దాన్ని మరి ప్రతిబింబిస్తూ చేసే representation, that is called symbolic representation. You know very well allegory. So here the play can be read as an allegory of colonialism. Just now I have told you about this colonialism. What is colonialism? Colonialism is nothing but the domination of a people or some area by a foreign state. That is called colonialism. You know, the Britishers came to our country. They occupied our country and they ruled our country for more than 200 years or so. దట్ ఈస్ కాల్డ్ కలోనియలిజం. ఒక ప్రాంతానికి వచ్చి ఆ ప్రాంతాన్ని కబ్జా చేసి ఆ ప్రాంతాన్ని పరిపాలించడాన్ని, దట్ ఈస్ కాల్డ్ కలోనియలిజం. హియర్ ఆల్సో వాట్ డిడ్ దిస్ ప్రాస్పరో డూ? ఓకే, హీ కేమ్ టు దట్ ఐలాండ్, he occupied that island, he started ruling that island. Is it not colonialism? And there on this island there was only one inhabitant, that is Caliban. What did this Prospero do? He made him obey him with his magical powers. He made him serve him very loyally and all that. Though this Caliban did not like it, he was forced to obey him. This Caliban did not like to serve this Prospero. Even then, this Caliban was forced to serve Prospero, to obey Prospero and all that. That is nothing but, this is, you can say, symbolic representative means Prospero is like the Britishers, okay, and this Caliban is like the Indians. The Britishers ruled the Indians oppressively. In the same way, here Prospero ruled this Caliban oppressively. So colonialism. So this is a kind of symbolic representation. అచ్చం ఇలా జరిగినట్టే లేదా? ప్రాస్పరో ఇక్కడ రావడం ఏమిటి, ఇక్కడ ఉన్న వీని బందీగా చేసుకోవడం, తనకు సేవకునిగా మార్చుకోవడం, బలవంతంగా తనకు సేవలు చేయించుకోవడం. సో దిస్ ఆల్ ఎ కైండ్ ఆఫ్ allegory. Allegory means a symbolic representation. Okay, the play can be read as an allegory of colonialism, with Prospero representing European colonizers and Caliban representing indigenous people. So Caliban is the native person of that island and Prospero is the outsider. So you can find some allegory here that is there. Right, now you move on to the other literary devices. Pun is there. What is this pun? The humorous use of a word that has two meanings. రెండర్థాలు ఉన్నటువంటి ఒక మాటను హాస్యభరితంగా వాడడాన్ని, that is called pun. You know very well. And here you pay attention. Pun is also called word play, adds humor and wit. So generally the writers make use of pun only in order to add humor and wit in their stories, in their dramas and in their novels, etc. So it is like that. And here you pay attention, example is given. Trinculo's lines often involve puns. So this Trinculo is there, that is the king's jester. You know very well, jester means clown or comedian or something like that. You know about the story. He plays puns, okay, such as when he remarks on Caliban's appearance. So first of all, this Trinculo is there. Soon after he reaches the island, he comes across this Caliban, okay, this Caliban. He comes across this Caliban, and on seeing the big huge appearance, the mammoth appearance of that Caliban, the monstrous appearance of Caliban, he says these words. What have we here? What have we here means, what do we have here? A man or a fish? This dialogue is spoken by Trinculo in the scene 2 of Act 2. Okay, so here what have we here means, what do we have here? What do we have here? A man or a fish? A man or a fish means, is he a man or a fish? Because this Caliban was a big person. This Caliban was a big person. Trinculo is mocking this monstrous, deformed, and supposedly fish-like appearance of this Caliban. క్యాలిబాన్ యొక్క చేపలాగా పెద్ద తిమింగలాగా కనిపిస్తున్నటువంటి అతను ఒక మాన్స్ట్రస్ భయంకరమైనటువంటి ఆ డిఫార్మ్డ్ ఆ శరీరాన్ని చూసి ఆయన ఈ మాటలు అంటున్నాడు. హీ వాజ్ మాకింగ్ దిస్ క్యాలిబాన్. ఓహ్, మనిషా లేకుంటే ఏమైనా జంతువా? In that way, he is mocking this Caliban. Okay, and here, where is the pun played then? Pun ekkadundante, it is there on this fish. The pun is played on this word fish. Okay, this fish, because whose literal meaning is a water creature. What is a fish? A fish is a sea creature or a water creature. That is the literal meaning of this fish. But figurative meaning is also there for this. Fish means what? Let me say, it is actually fishy, but here this is that. Fishy means what? Something suspicious or strange. అనుమానాస్పదమైన దాన్ని ఫిషీ అంటారు. ఓ, ఈ స్కీమ్ అంతా ఫిష్గా కనిపిస్తుందిరా. ఫిష్ అంటే అనుమానంగా ఉందిరా భయ్, మోసం చేస్తాడని. సో ఫిషీ, of course, fish. From fish only this word fishy has come out. That is a different matter. So here the pun is played on this fish, whose literal meaning is a sea creature or a water creature, and whose figurative meaning is something that is suspicious or strange. ఏదో వింతైనది, అనుమానాస్పదమైంది అనే మీనింగ్ కూడా వస్తుంది దీనికి. సో హియర్ ఒకే మాటకు రెండు అర్థాలు, a water creature and something suspicious. So in this way, the pun is played on this word fish. Pun means the humorous use of a word which has two meanings. Okay, right? So in this way, you can find so many puns, especially when this Trinculo speaks in this drama. Okay, only one example is given here. Okay, right. And now you move on to the next literary device. 10th one, alliteration. Alliteration means the repetition of a consonantal sound at the beginning of two or more than two words in a line. ఒక లైన్లో రెండు గాని అంతకంటే ఎక్కువ మాటల్లో మొదటి అక్షరము కాన్సోనెంటల్ సౌండ్ రిపీట్ అయితే then it is called alliteration. You know that very well because you are all the PGT students. Okay, I have taught DSC students all these things, and that's why I'm just giving you some Telugu meaning also here and there, right? And alliteration means, directly speaking, the repetition of a consonantal sound. That's all. And here, let me give you one example. The repetition of a consonant sound creates a rhythm and emphasis. Generally, if that kind of alliteration is made use of, that gives some kind of rhythm and emphasis in that line or in that sentence. How? Let me give you one example to make you understand this. You see, full fathom 5 thy father lies. See, fa, 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 fa. These are the words spoken by Ariel in the scene 2 of Act 1. Okay, F is what? A consonantal sound. This F is repeated, giving some kind of rhythm, giving some kind of emphasis, giving some kind of beauty to the sentence. You read it again. Full fathom 5 thy father lies. Something like that. So this is therefore called alliteration. Okay, and now let's move on to the other literary devices. 11th one, epiphany. This is also a literary device. Actually, epiphany means January 6th. About this, I think I taught the APDSC candidates in some video, okay? But in the 12th night, I think I taught them about this Epiphany. Epiphany is a festival celebrated on January 6th, okay, by all the Christians, only in memory of the manifestation of Jesus Christ to the Gentiles. Jesus Christ was a small baby. So for the first time, he was introduced to the Gentiles, to the non-Christians. మొట్టమొదటిసారి నాన్ క్రిస్టియన్స్ కు జీసస్ క్రైస్ట్ పరిచయం చేయబడ్డ ఆ రోజును, దట్ ఈస్ ఆన్ జనవరి 6th, అండ్ దట్ ఈస్ దేర్ ఫర్ కాల్డ్ ఎపిఫనీగా వాళ్ళు దాన్ని సెలబ్రేట్ చేసుకుంటారు. అందుకే కదా 12th నైట్ అన్నారు, December 25th. So you know very well, on 25th Christmas is celebrated. 12 days means what? That becomes January 6th. On this January 6th, they celebrate it very grandly. They will have so many performances, and on that night, this 12th night was performed, and there. So for that celebration sake, that 12th night was written by William Shakespeare. You know that very well. And here, epiphany. Characters undergo moments of realization. Another meaning of this epiphany is this: getting realization, getting transformation, marpu chanduta. Alonso is there. Alonso, what did he do? He started changing because he felt guilty, because he supported this Antonio in the dethronement of this Prospero, in the banishment of this Prospero. That king of Naples, that is Alonso, helped Antonio. And now Alonso is feeling repentant. అనవసరంగా తప్పు చేశాను. See, that guilty feeling is always there. Now he realizes that he has been guilty and he wants to change. తాను తప్పు చేశాననేటటువంటి విషయాన్ని రియలైజ్ చేసుకున్నాడు. ఇలా తాను తప్పు చేశాను అని తెలుసుకోవడాన్ని, దట్స్ కాల్డ్ రియలైజేషన్. దట్ రియలైజేషన్ ఈస్ కాల్డ్ ఎపిఫనీ. రైట్. Alonso's recognition of his guilt. Now he understood that he was guilty, and Prospero's decision to forgive. And now this Prospero was ready to forgive him, though he supported Prospero's brother, that is Antonio, in the dethronement of this Prospero, in the banishment of this Prospero. ఈయనను డీథ్రోన్ చేయడంలో, దేశ బహిష్కరణ చేయడంలో వాడి తమ్ముడికి వీడు హెల్ప్ చేశాడు. Now he has realized that he has been guilty of that crime. ఆ తప్పు చేసిన భావన వాడిలో కలిగింది. తప్పు చేయడమే కాదు, దాని గురించి రియలైజ్ కావడం, అంటే తెలుసుకోవడం, అరే నేను పొరపాటు చేశాను. దెన్ యూ స్టార్ట్ ఫీలింగ్ రిపెంటెంట్. అప్పుడు నీలో పశ్చాత్తాపం మొదలవుతుంది. తప్పు చేశాననే ఫీలింగ్ అయినప్పుడు పశ్చాత్తాపం ఎక్కడి నుంచి వస్తుంది? దేర్ విల్ బి నో రిపెంటెన్స్ ఎట్ ఆల్. సో వెన్ యూ ఫీల్ దట్ యు ఆర్ గిల్టీ, యూ స్టార్ట్ ఫీలింగ్ రిపెంటెంట్. Isn't it? So that is what is happening here. That itself is called realization. That realization itself is called epiphany. Right. And here, 12th one, soliloquy. Soliloquy means a speech on the stage. Solo speech. A solo speech made on the stage is called soliloquy. You know very well. Characters reveal their inner thoughts directly to the audience. So generally on the stage what happens, the characters will reveal their inner thoughts, inner feelings, okay, to the audience. That is called soliloquy. తమ మనసులోని మాటను, తమ మనసులోని భావాలను, ఆలోచనలను అక్కడ కూర్చున్నటువంటి ఆడియన్స్ కు మరి చెప్పడమే, దట్ ఈస్ కాల్డ్ soliloquy. Revealing their inner thoughts, that is called soliloquy. So here, Prospero's soliloquy is there in this drama. You elves of hills, brooks, standing lakes, and groves. This is a kind of a soliloquy, and that you can find in the scene 2 of Act 5. Okay, Prospero's soliloquy you can find in the Act 5, scene 1, and Marx is a renunciation of magic. And here, through this soliloquy, this Prospero renounces means gives up, abandons his magical powers. Through the magical powers, he has done so many things. He has created the storm. He has made that Caliban, that monster, okay, monstrous being, his slave. So he has done so many things. Now he has decided to give up that sorcery, that witchcraft. ఆ మంత్ర విద్యను వదిలేద్దామని అనుకుంటున్నాడు. He wants to renounce that magic. In that soliloquy, he reveals his idea of renouncing his magic or giving up of this magic and all that. So that is indicated in this Prospero's soliloquy. So soliloquy means the solo speech made to reveal the inner thoughts of the characters. Okay, that is called soliloquy. Now you move on to the last literary devices. Last but one, repetition. Repetition means something that is repeated is called a repetition. Very simple. Key phrases or ideas are repeated for emphasis. Generally, important phrases and important ideas are repeated, not only in the stories, but also in the dramas and the novels and here and there. So in all the writings, that repetition will take place. So here also in this drama, some repetitions have taken place. Come on, let us look at them. See, ban Caliban has a new master, get a new man. See, ban Caliban has a new master, get a new man. This song can be found in the scene 2 of act 2. Okay, and now, naturally you can easily understand that these are the words spoken by Caliban himself in that song. So here Caliban repeatedly chants his name, the phrase ban. In this Caliban, there is ban is there. So that's why ban Caliban. So in a sing-song manner, this repetition reflects his frustration and rebellion against Prospero's control, because this Caliban does not like Prospero's control. That's why he was expressing his frustration and rebellion against this Prospero. And you know very well, while also emphasizing his servitude. So he doesn't like the servitude to this Prospero and desire for freedom. He wants freedom. So this Caliban does not like this Prospero's control and Prospero's servitude, because this Prospero kept this Caliban for his service, okay, as a slave, okay, and this Caliban doesn't like this servitude, service, okay, as a slave, okay, and he likes very much the freedom from the clutches of this Prospero, and that's why he expresses his frustration, he expresses his rebellion against Prospero. You know very well, he decided to rebel against Prospero along with that Stefano and Trinculo. Okay, you know very well. They staged an unsuccessful rebellion against Prospero, and in that rebellion, this Caliban also participated along with Stefano. So in that way, while singing this song, this Caliban started expressing his frustration, rebellion against Prospero's control. Okay, right. And example 2 is also given. Full fathom, five thy father lies. Act 1, scene 2. This is the song of Caliban, and this is the song of Ariel. So Ariel's songs often repeat themes of freedom and enchantment. So here, full fathom, five thy father lies. By singing such songs, this Ariel expresses the desire for freedom and also the theme of enchantment. Enchantment means fascination, attraction. On that beautiful island, there is all attraction. There's all fascination, beautiful trees, beautiful brooks, beautiful birds, beautiful animals. Everything was so beautiful on that island. So this, this Ariel, through her songs, expresses the desire for freedom and also the praise for this enchantment of the island. Okay. And now you move on to the last literary device, juxtaposition. Juxtaposition means keeping two things side by side and comparing and contrasting. రెండింటిని రెండు వస్తువులను పక్క పక్కన పెట్టి వాటిని కంపేర్ చేయడం, కాంట్రాస్ట్ చేయడం, దట్ ఈస్ కాల్డ్ juxtaposition. Keeping the two things side by side, right? And here contrasting ideas, characters, highlight themes. Whenever the writers do such things, that writing or that drama or novel or story will be really successful and all that. So then that's why many writers will make use of this juxtaposition of ideas and characters. So this character is like this character is like this. So whenever it is explained in that way, automatically it will appeal to the readers. So that's why many writers make use of this literary device, juxtaposition, right? And here Shakespeare has also made use of this juxtaposition. And here the civilized nobles on one side, the savage Caliban on the other side. Savage means untamed, undomesticated, not under human control. Savage means what? Not under human control. This Caliban was not under human control. He was an untamed person, undomesticated person. వాడంతా రాక్షసుడు, అడవిలో పెరిగినోడు ఆయన. So all the nobles on one side and this Caliban on the other side. Now you can understand what is this Caliban lacking in him. వాడిలో ఏమి తక్కువ ఉంది, ఏమి ఉండలేదు, ఏమి లేదు, వీళ్ళలో ఏముంది తెలిసిపోతుంది కదా. ఇట్స్ లైక్ దట్. అండ్ రిఫ్లెక్ట్ డిఫరెంట్ పర్స్పెక్టివ్స్ ఆన్ హ్యుమానిటీ అండ్ మొరాలిటీ. So you can understand the difference between the humanity and the morality also through the juxtaposition of the civilized nobles on one side and the savage Caliban on the other side, right? And Last literary device is symbolic names. So in this drama, you can find symbolic names. What are the symbolic names? The names of characters often hold symbolic meanings. Generally, characters will also have some names. The names will have some meaning. In that way, the characters will be given some meaningful names. So in this drama also, Shakespeare has given meaningful names. For example, this Prospero is there. This word Prospero comes from prosperity. Prosperity means wealth, riches. It signifies intellectual and magical wealth. So, of course, wealth means ordinary wealth, and intellectual wealth may be there, and magical wealth. Okay. Yes. So, Caliban is an anagram of cannibal. So, anagram means if you just reverse this word, that becomes an anagram. Anagram means if you change this, Caliban is there. Caliban. So here, this is the anagram of cannibal. Caliban is the anagram of means from this, this word is taken. So here, same, the letters are changed, cannibal, cannibal. So here, B is taken, A is taken, A is taken, N is taken, C is taken. If the order of these letters is changed, you can get this name, Caliban. That's why this Caliban is the anagram of cannibal. క్యాలిబాన్ అనేటటువంటిది ఈ క్యానిబాల్ అనేటటువంటి ఆ మాటలోని అక్షరాల యొక్క మార్పు చేర్పుల వల్ల ఇలా వచ్చింది. మీరు మార్చి చూడండి, యూ జస్ట్ చెక్ ఎట్ హోమ్. సో క్యానిబాల్ ఒక ఎన్ ఎక్కువ వస్తుంది అంతే తప్ప ఎవ్రీథింగ్ ఈస్ సేమ్. ఓకే, క్యానిబాల్, Caliban. Okay, and emphasizing is perceived savagery. So this Caliban is a savage man, and this cannibal is also there. Caliban and cannibal. Cannibal means the man eater. The man eater is called cannibal. This is Caliban. Both Caliban and cannibal, both are savage people, rugged people. Okay, untamed people, ferocious, barbarous. వీళ్ళకి ఎన్ని మాటలు అంటారు? ఫెరోషియస్ అన్న, బార్బరస్. ఓకే, లైక్ దట్. సో హియర్ ఇన్ దిస్ వే సింబాలిక్ నేమ్స్ ఆర్ గివెన్ టు దీస్ టూ పర్సన్స్. సో in this drama. So with this, the literary devices will come to an end, and thank you so much for watching this video. Hello, dear AP PGT and TGDSC candidates. Thank you so much for watching this beautiful video. If you have any problem in understanding in any of the things that I have taught in this video, please make a mention of it in the comment section, and I am ready to answer it. I am ready to explain it for your understanding sake. Okay, with the last part of the video that is made on most important quotations taken from this Tempest, I am going to make the third video. So with the third video, I shall be back to you. Until then, bye. See you, all of you.